Here, we are going to learn about the typical plastic fabrication processes of rolling, extrusion, and drawing. The rolling process is a method for thinning materials by passing it through the gap between rotating rolls. The rolling process are used for forming not only flat plates, but also a variety of other shapes. There are two types of rolling, hot rolling and cold rolling. Hot rolling is a rolling performed at recrystallization temperature. Cold rolling is a rolling performed at room temperature. Commercially available steel plates and other shapes such as H-shaped steel, I-shaped steel, and others are formed by hot rolling. The cold rolling process is used to further reduce the thickness of a hot rolled plate. Generally, steels covered with black membrane is the products shipped from hot rolling. Rolling process is also a method of shaping the surface of a workpiece into the reverse shape of a die. In the rolling process, a round workpiece is rotated while pressing the workpiece against the dies at a strong pressure. Screws and gears are manufactured by using the rolling process. As in the forging process, the rolling process plastically deforms the surface of the workpiece, sustaining continuous crystalline structure. This feature of rolling process realizes products of higher strength than with the machining process. Extrusion and drawing are the process of making longer products by passing material through a die with a hole into desired cross-sectional shape. For example, rails and frames are made by using this process. They are usually made into standard lengths, such as 2 meters or 4 meters, and the user cuts them from the standard lengths to any required length. In non-metallic materials, this extrusion is also used to process plastic tubes and sheets. Depending on how the materials are passed through the die, there are two types of processing, extrusion and drawing. In the extrusion, the material is firstly placed in a crystalline container, which is called container, and then pushed out from the die to form the material into a shape of the whole cross-section of the die. Aluminum frames are formed by using this process. The die and other equipment in the extrusion is exposed to higher temperatures and pressure, so the equipment should be carefully maintained. In the drawing process, materials that have been processed by extrusion or rolling are thinned by passing through the hole of dies. The tip of the materials are grabbed and pulled to form the shape of the whole cross-section in the die. The surface of the product can be finished at a higher dimensional accuracy through the processes at room temperature